What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. You know, Zach, I feel like I'm getting smarter by the minute just hanging out with you. And one of the subjects that we're going to be talking about today is biomimicry, which to me means looking at Mother Nature and learning, taking examples, and taking a page out of her tool book and hopefully creating something brand new.
Exactly, yeah. We use biomimicry all the time in engineering. When we have a problem, we can look to nature to see if that problem has already been solved, whether we want to walk on 2 legs, 4 legs, if we need a really long tail and a really front heavy load, and a bunch of other things. A lot of engineers will use the structures that animals build to inspire our buildings as well. But today we're going to focus a little bit on our skeletal system and how that has changed over the years. So you can see we have a few different skeletons right here, some of our past friends that we have up on the 4th floor, as well as our good friend here, Skeletom. And we can see that biomimicry in place here with our balance buddies. These are our cardboard boxes, and we've kind of mimicked their approach. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in a little bit of weight into each of them and see how well they balance. We can put that centered weight just like this, and we can see our quadruped is really good at balance because it's not just balancing over just 2 legs, it has those 4 legs. So as long as its center of mass is in that little rectangle it's making with all 4 of its legs, it's not going to tip over. So it's actually really easy to go ahead and put it in this front pouch as well, and it's not going to fall over, or over here on this back pouch. So that's really good for these really heavy dinosaurs or these really big like bears or other things like elephants. They're able to carry this big load and not tip over. Whereas here on 2 legs, if I put it here on that center, it's no problem. But if I go ahead and put it over here on my front, you're going to see we tip over, right? Yeah. Because that center of balance is shifted outside of that rectangle. Instead of a full rectangle here, we're essentially just dealing with the straight line. That's when you bend down, your butt goes out behind you because you still have to stay centered on your feet. It's actually impossible to bend fully over, and eventually you're gonna tip over, right? And that's what happens to our balance buddy here. Now we have an interesting one. This we don't see as often, but it's very popular with our friend here, the T-Rex. This is, of course, having a counterbalanced tail on 2 legs. You'll see that still with some kinds of birds, but they'll usually help with their wings with that balance. With a counterbalance, putting our center of balance in the center doesn't actually help because we have a finicky skeletal system. So what we actually have to do is we have to front load and have a big noggin right over there, and we have to actually counterbalance with a really heavy tail, which I have set up in the back. And if we're able to achieve that balance just right, and we can get it in a few seconds.
There we go.
There we go. And so we can see there we have our tail just as heavy as that front-loaded weight of our beanbag, and we're able to create a little bit of balance here. So all of this is just biomimicry. We're just using the skeletal systems in front of us to inspire our balance buddies. This is our STEM challenge. We're going to host this all month long here at the Orlando Science Center.
Great to hear. And throughout the month of August, what are we looking forward to?
Yeah, so we have our engineering weekend. It's going to happen on the weekend of the 17th and 18th. It's going to be so much fun. If you want to see more information about that, you got to go to www.osc.org.
Great, and I hope to see you guys here throughout the month of August where we can learn more about biomimicry and taking a page out of Mother Nature's toolbook.